Welcome in this third lecture of design and maintenance of canals. In this lecture, we are going to continue the sediment transport section. Here in this lecture, we are going to study about the seals entrainment method for designing of non-scouring stable channels. Seal provided a semi-theoretical analysis of the problem of incipient condition of bed motion and used it for designing non-scouring channels. According to Sealed, the critical tractive stress tau C is the average shear stress tau naught, which is also called the average unit tractive force, acting on the bed of the channel at which the sediment particle just begins to move. So, what did Sealed said? The critical tractive force is the average shear stress acting on the bed of the channel at which the sediment particle just begins to move. Now, the bed particle begins to move when the drag force exerted by the fluid on the particles just equals or exceeds the force of resistance offered by the particle to its movement. So what is drag force and what is force of resistance? This you must have studied in fluid mechanics and hydraulic machines, but for the sake of simplicity, the details have been provided in the study material. Now, at critical condition, that is when the particle starts moving, I am just telling the expression here, not deriving the complete expression. Okay, at critical condition, the drag force is just equal to force of resistance. Okay, and on simplification of the expressions for drag force and force of resistance, we get an expression tau C divided by gamma W into D into SS minus 1 equal to function of Reynolds number at critical condition. Okay, the subscript C denotes critical condition. So here what is tau C? It is the critical shear stress, okay, or critical tractive force. Gamma W is unit weight of fluid or water, here water. D is the diameter of the particle. SS, it is the specific gravity of particle. RE is Reynolds number. Now, this LHS term in this equation is a dimensionless number and it is known as the Sealed entrainment function denoted by F subscript S. At critical condition in a channel in alluviums, Fs is equal to function of Reynolds number. So this means that tau C upon gamma W into D into SS minus 1 is a function of Reynolds number at critical stage of bed movement. Sealed did a lot of work on this, and based on experiments done by Sealed, graphs have been plotted between Fs and RE, that is this sealed entrainment function versus Reynolds number. The curve obtained forms a suitable basis for the design of channels where it is required to prevent bed movement or to keep it minimum. So this is used for in case when we have to design a channel and prevent bed movement or keep bed movement minimum. What is meant by bed movement? That is keeping the flow of bed particles minimum. Okay. Here I have not provided that curve. I am just telling about that curve. That application of that curve becomes very simple when particle Reynolds number exceeds 400 and Fs becomes constant and equal to 0.056. Okay. For designing non-scouring channels in coarse alluviums with particle size greater than 6 mm and Reynolds number exceeding 400, the expression for sealed entrainment function tau c by gamma w into d into ss minus 1 equal to 0.056. Okay, which when simplified becomes tau c equal to 0.056 gamma w into d into ss minus 1. It is permissible tractive force per unit area. It is the permissible tractive force, or also called critical shear stress. Now tau c is less than equal to tau naught is less than equal to tau c. Okay, and this gives tau naught less than equal to expression for tau c 0.056 gamma w into d into ss minus 1. Simplification of which gives d greater than equal to 11 rs. D is diameter of particles, r is mean hydraulic depth, and s is longitudinal slope of the bed. This equation gives the minimum size of the bed material or lining stone that will remain at rest in a channel of given R and S. So from this expression what can we find out? If we are designing a channel with a given R and value of S, then we can fix the minimum size of bed material what we have to use in the canal or channel. So this is all about Silt's entrainment function. We don't have to derive. However, derivations have been provided in the study material. Next, we move to estimation of sediment loads. So in that, first we will see estimation of bed load. Again we have to see only expressions, we are not going to derive. There are two methods of estimation of bed load. First one is stream sampling, which is done by using box type sampler, slot type sampler, etc. However, these samplers are not satisfactory. So we have another method which is analytical. Many investigators have worked on the correct estimation of the rate of bed load transport, but none of the ideas extended so far could be widely accepted. So the most widely used equations in analytical form are, first one Mayer-Peters equation and second is Einstein's equation. Here the modified form of or transformed form of Muir-Peters equation has been presented. It is Qs equal to 1500.6 into tau b into n dash upon n power 3 by 2 minus tau cr whole bracket power 3 by 2. Here Qs is in Newton per meter per hour and tau b and tau cr in Newton per meter square. The original equation differs. It is the transformed form. Okay. Now in this also n dash equal to ks power 1 by 6 upon 24 and n equal to k power 1 by 6 24. Let me quickly introduce with the terms. Qs is rate of bed load transport per unit width of channel. Qs is rate of bed load transport per unit width of channel. Okay. Tau b is bed shear. Okay. Tau cr, it is critical shear stress. Okay. N dash, it is Manning's coefficient for plain bed. N is actual value of Manning's coefficient for rippled bed. Plain bed, that means there is no formation in the bed, it is plain like a floor. Whereas rippled bed, it is due to movement of bed particles, there are some formations. So that type of bed is called rippled bed, or that type of configuration is termed as rippled configuration. Okay. The second equation again is not the actual expression. It is, I have represented only for the uniform soils. Uniform soil means all particles are same. There is no difference between any of the particles. Now, what is this? There are two dimensionless parameters. This equation is based on law of probability involving a number of assumptions and experimental coefficients. Here, two dimensionless parameters phi star and psi star, which are called bed load functions, are correlated. Again, here IB is, I capital B is a fraction of grains which is of diameter d, small d. Okay. And I small b is proportion of grains of dia d in the bed. In case of uniform soils, since all particles are identical, IB and both IBs will be equal, and the modified relations will become phi star equal to phi equal to Qs by G gamma W 1 minus G minus 1 power half under root 1 by G D cube. Qs is here rate of bed load transport per unit width of channel. Okay. G is specific gravity of sediment, gamma W unit weight of water, small g acceleration due to gravity, d diameter of sediment particle. Similarly, we have another expression for psi star, which is psi star equal to psi g minus 1 d r dash s. R dash is hydraulic mean radius of the channel if the bed were unrippled. Okay, and all other symbols have usual meaning. So these two equations are used for finding out the bed load. Now, estimation of suspended load. Again, we have two methods. First one is stream sampling using suspended load samplers, and second, analytical method. So, the concentration of suspended load capital C at any height y above the bottom can be determined from known concentration Ca at a reference point at a height A above the bottom with this equation. What does this mean? So, at any height from the bed, यानी स्ट्रीम के बेड से किसी भी हाइट पे अगर हमें सेडिमेंट का कंसंट्रेशन निकालना है, कितना सेडिमेंट लोड है, जिसको हम लोग सी से डिनोट करते हैं, इसको फाइंड आउट हम कैसे कर सकते हैं? किसी नोन हाइट पे हमें कंसंट्रेशन रेफरेंस पॉइंट लेते हैं कोई बेड से, उस हाइट पे कितना कंसंट्रेशन है, ठीक है, उसके बेस पे हम लोग ये एक रिलेशन हमारे पास है, ठीक है, इसकी सहायता से हम लोग सी फाइंड आउट कर लेते हैं. अब इसमें सी क्या है, जैसा बताया मैंने, इट इज कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ सस्पेंडेड लोड at any height y. Ca is known concentration at any reference point at a height A. D is depth of water. Okay, we have powers Vs upon Kv star. Vs is settling velocity of sediment grains in still water. Okay, K is von Karman's universal constant, which is equal to 0.4. V star is shear velocity, which is equal to under root tau naught upon rho. Tau naught is boundary shear stress and rho is mass density of water. So with these equations we are going to stop this lecture here, and in next lecture we will see the design steps for a channel using the tractive force approach. Thank you.